Hey guys, welcome back. My name is DB, and this week we have Challenge Rift 96. It's a monk build with using the exploding palm and 7-sided strike. Let's just jump straight in, find out what's going on. So this week's Challenge Rift is a monk build using the Alina's Stratagem 6-piece set. So every third hit of your spirit generators applies exploding palm. Your 7-sided strike deals 770% its total damage with each hit, increasing your damage of your exploding palm by 9,000%, and your 7-sided strike detonates that exploding palm. Awesome. As a belt, we got Binding Loot. Each hit of the 7-sided strike grants 5% reduction of damage. Nice. We have a Compass Rose, but no Traveler's Pledge, so it's irrelevant. We have Bane of the Stricken, Arkstone again, Gogoth for Swiftness, and Bane of the Trapped. Okay, what's our weapons looking like? We have Crystal Fist, legendary weapon. Okay, so using Dash and Strike will reduce damage taken by 46%. That's not bad for 6 seconds. And Flesh Rake, Dashing Strike increases the Dashing Strike by 92%. Okay, that's pretty good. It stacks up 5 times. That's good. The Unjang Do. Great, we get to freeze our enemies. Pauldrons of the Skeleton King. So when we go down, when we lose health, we're going to take fatal damage. We're going to make everybody run away. But I'm guessing by this we're going to use a Cyclone Strike, which brings all our grouping our enemies together. So if you do lose damage, you try to group as many enemies as you can, and then your health goes down, everyone will start running away, and you've got to try and regroup them again. So that's kind of counteractive of what we actually want. Rakov's Glass of Life. Okay, so that kind of helps us if we do receive damage, kill enemies, we get some more health. Okay, fine. Way of the 100 Fists, Cyclone Strike, 7-sided strike, Dashing Strike, Epiphany, and Exploding Palm. Okay, so what I'm going to be doing in this rift is grouping the enemies together using Cyclone Strike, and then hitting them with the Way of the 100 Fists. So I rapidly hit each enemy around the screen, so around. Using Dashing Strike to move to another group, and then Cyclone Strike again to bring them all together. Hitting a few Exploding Palms, and then hitting the 7-sided strike when I've got a large enough enemy group. So let's just jump straight in and see how that goes. So what I'm going to be doing now is I'm just grouping them together using the Cyclone Strike and hitting the Exploding Fist. So as you can see, the count goes up to 17. It's when you've got enough enemies around you. I'm just constantly trying to group people, using Dashing Strike to jump back and forth. And then just using Exploding Palm, and Cyclone, constantly tapping, then 7-sided strike to explode enemies. What you're actually waiting for is the blue lights to start to appear. So you can see it's got a blue glow, and when you get enough, hit 7-sided strike, and then you will obliterate all the enemies around you. So again, just trying to group enemies, you start seeing the blue glow. Make sure you get the elite in there and get them ticking as well. Hit 7-sided strike, everybody's gone. So I think this kind of really is kind of useful. I'm going to fast forward this now just to show you how I did in the rift. There's a challenging pylon halfway up again, but don't hang around. The whole idea of this build is to group and destroy. It's not to kill off the minions that are around. You have to group large quantities of enemies or you're not going to beat the scheduled time. This week's time is 6 minutes and 5 seconds, so it's quite challenging with this build because it's not overly powerful. It does take time to build up the enemy and then try to destroy it with the 7-sided strike. Where I failed a couple of times in this rift run was not grouping all of the elites together, and I kind of struggled there. So I left one elite alive of the blue pack, and then that kind of slowed you down because you have to wait for your 7-sided strike to come back in again. But the biggest challenge I found of this rift was actually the Rift Guardian. And I think that I could make up a lot of time here with that. So I'm just going to show you what I did with the Rift Guardian. I barely made it, so I had a minute 15, minute 17. But I just couldn't get him to die. So I managed to get the blue bar above his head, and then I hit him with a 7-sided strike. At very minimal damage there. So kind of struggling with the Rift Guardian. But I think after a couple more goes, I'll be very much more confident with this. As you can see, the time is running low. I've got like 50 seconds left, and I've still only got 75% of his health to get rid of. Hit him with another 7-side strike, and he seems to go down a lot further. Yeah, this is the hardest part of the Rift. I'm not really a monk player either, so, you know, last week we did the wizard build. I enjoyed the wizard build. Got on the leaderboard for that, for the 2-player one. But yeah, I think that this is the toughest part of the build, because the 7-sided strike has to recharge, and you're just waiting and waiting for that to come back in. You just got to try and use as much time as you can hitting him. And I hit a 7-sided strike. I had 10 seconds to go. My heart's racing. Ah man, this was pretty intense for me. And I managed to get him at the end. So I did it within 5 seconds. I know, I think it's about 7 seconds actually. Yeah, I did it within 7 seconds. But I managed to get onto the leaderboards. This is only within the first hour of running the build. Or actually, sorry, the first hour of the Rift being open. So, yeah, pretty happy with it. But I'll be running a couple more attempts on that. So I managed to hit 82nd, which is not too bad. And that's only after the first hour, so not many people have played it. There's about 200 people on the leaderboard then. But, you know, I was there for a short period of time. Doesn't matter. That's my claim to fame right now. So, my name is DB. This has been Challenge Rift 96. I hope you found it useful. Drop a comment. Let me know how you did with the Challenge Rift this week. I'd love to know how other people are getting on with it and what they're doing. Maybe you got some tips for me. That'd be great. Much appreciated as well. Like I said, my name's DB. Thank you very much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and keep up to date with all my content. Thanks very much, guys, and I'll speak to you again soon.